y'all, SEO Noctum here. I wanted to show you guys a mod I recently came across for Starbound. This is the Fully Customizable Ship mod by Prince of Mar 5 over at playstarbound.com. What this mod does is it replaces the default starter ships with one that you can disassemble completely and rebuild from scratch using any materials and stuff that you find in the game. There is a size limit of 100 by 100, but trust me, that's plenty of space to build in, and you can easily make your ship much larger than the starter ship. Like I've done here, I've added in a whole top layer. It's slightly longer than the other one. I didn't go too overboard because I didn't really have a whole lot of materials on hand at the time. And you can just create anything you want with this. I've seen some people make some pretty strange looking ships. I've seen people flying around on what looks like an asteroid and all kinds of stuff. And I'm clearly not the best ship designer in the world here, but it is still a really fun mod. And more importantly, it addresses a pretty common complaint right now. In a game based heavily on space exploration, having to try to cram all of your crafting stations, all of your chests, all of your cool loot items and stuff, like this statue over here, into your really tiny starter ship really kind of sucks. And your only other option is to beam down to the planet and build up your base down here and spend all kinds of time making a house and making a garden and doing whatever you want, but as soon as you're ready to leave and head to the next world, you have to tear it all down, pack everything up. Chances are you've acquired more stuff than you have inventory space for, so then you're making multiple trips back and forth to your ship to unload and come back down. And once you do this a couple times over several different planets, it gets kind of old. And I found myself not really wanting to put the effort into building a really cool house. And this fixes this. Instead of spending all of your time building down here on the surface, instead you just build whatever you want up here and it comes with you to every planet. Now, this mod is meant to only be used on newly created characters, and it will not work with any pre-existing saves. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when you come into a new game here. Slowly loading. There we go. This is what you start with. Well, not quite. I forgot to move these back. But it's just a pretty plain wooden ship. It is the same for all races. They don't have separate starter ships, at least not yet. All of your basic ship stuff's here, and it's pretty much the same size and shape as the original. But, as you saw, you can tear everything apart, completely replace all of this material. You can take down the ship pieces and move them around. Like that. And you can even take the boosters, the big, whatever they're called. The things that make your ship go, you can even remove those, and I'm not going to do that because I don't have anything built down here to catch them. That was a mistake I made on my first customizable ship. I lost my 3 bottom boosters, and they just fell down into nothingness. Now, there is a way to make this mod work with your pre-existing saves, and I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of the video. I am going to go ahead and show you how to install this mod. It's really easy. And of course, first step is always go download the mod at the website. It's just playstarbound.com. Okay, and you're going to wind up with this. It's zipped. I use WinRAR to open it up. Piece of cake. If you're installing mods, you probably already know that anyway. Now, before you edit any of your game files, you should always back it up. I've got a complete separate Starbound on my desktop here, just in case I really screw things up, because I'm going to be taking a look at a bunch of different mods over the next couple days. But you need to navigate to your Starbound folder in your Steam folder. And my Steam was buried in C, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Starbound. Then you need to go into your Assets folder, and all the way down to your Ships folder. And as you can see, he has this mod set up real nice. If you want to replace the ships for all of the species, you need to copy all of these folders. Just drag them over. It's going to ask if you want to merge. Tell it yes. And let it move and replace that file. Okay, now the next thing you need to do is you need to take this dropshipblocks.png, and I just pull it over here so I can copy it, because I can't copy anything like that that's in here very well. So just make a copy of that, and it needs to be pasted into each of those folders, and it's going to ask you if you want to copy and replace. Tell it yes every time. And you just go through and make sure you do that with every folder. And that's it. That is enough for this file to work with any new created characters. Now, if you're like me and you've already gotten attached to a previously created character, you can make this mod work. To do that, you go back into your Starbound folder, you go into Player, and you organize it by date modified. So I have it so that the most recent timestamp is at the top. And you're looking for .shipworld. The one at the top is going to be the character that you most recently logged out of. So you just delete the .shipworld, and that's it. What that did is it erased your ship from the game for that character. When you restart the game, it's going to try to pull that ship. When it sees it's not there, it's going to recreate it. When it goes to recreate it, it's going to pull from the new files we just installed, and boom, you've got a fully customizable ship. Before doing that, you do want to make sure that you have all of your inventory items off of your original ship. Anything that is not on your character or on the surface of a planet is going to be deleted. So anything that you've got just like crafting tables and forges just hanging out on your ship, anything that's in the ship's inventory is going to be gone. And that's pretty much it. It's a really easy mod to get going. It's a lot of fun. I do think the developers of Starbound are probably going to put something like this in the official game themselves, but until then, this is a great solution to a lot of people's problems right now. So I encourage you, head on over to playstarbound.com and check out Prince of Mar 5's mod.